Good morning again. I wanted to say be careful. I really want you to ask yourselves, why is the citizen, the next door neighbor, the person who does not have any legislative authority, but we're all feeling the weight and we're frustrated, why are we arguing amongst ourselves? Why are we looking at the average American that goes to the store and is enduring the same hardships and looking at ourselves and saying, because you are Republican or because you are Democrat, you are the problem, when we, the citizens, only vote in currently a minority to make the decisions for us? It has changed the way we look at things. We see the frustration building, but what we would like to do is we would like to have an opportunity. I would like to provide a pathway to give citizens legislative authority so we don't have to be guided towards anger towards one another. There is no need to hurt each other because the current group or the past groups have made decisions that have made life on us harder. We're not going to fight each other because of this. We are, though, going to endure for a moment and then allow ourselves the opportunity to work together to make the changes happen. I am not one of those politicians that is going to say that I can fix everything, because that is not true and our structure isn't built like that. What I am going to say is, if I'm going to ask the citizens to support me, I have to tell you how to support me, and taxing us to death is not it. But we need to understand that taxes are necessary because it's part of our societal structure. You need to be able to weigh in on what taxes you can handle and what you can't and why. So not only do we just have to hear it, we actually have to act on it. This is why legislative authority is important. We will not implode as a nation if we don't allow a small group to speak for the majority, and the majority is not feeling the same way or even have the same understanding. It is my hope, it is my passion, it is my dream to bring forth education as we go forward. It is to put different types of education in our school system. I believe that K through 12, if we're going to continue the K through 12 system, we need to be taught law throughout our K through 12 environment. We don't need to just be getting hammered by all of these terms and definitions in Latin that's being used, in words that are used in this context but not in this context. We cannot argue and fight amongst each other. And that's a huge problem. Just the system itself is starting to be divisive, and that's a problem. This is why, again, I'm going to keep putting this out. I am non-party affiliated. I do not want you to just look at your fellow citizen and say, well, you're a Republican or you're a Democrat, so I must have some form of animosity for you. Absolutely not. You are not a decision maker. I am trying to make you a decision maker. But right now, if you are thinking that you are a decision maker, that you bottom line legislation, you do not. And if you are one of those Americans that is hurting because current legislation has not benefited you as it has many, and we're trying to find out ways to fix this problem, then you need to follow me and get behind me and advocate for me. Because regular citizens are tired, and we want to be advocated for, and we want to have a voice, and we need to have a voice. Do not fight each other. Y'all continue to send those letters to your senators, to your mayors. You keep on talking, you keep putting this information out, but you do not fight each other because you do not have the legislative authority. So there is no need to fight each other. And if anybody is telling me that voting is the same as having legislative authority, I challenge you to prove that. To prove that when you look at a piece of legislation that you can find any area in that legislation where you were able to have a weighted vote on it. Do not argue. Do not argue amongst each other to the point to where it becomes violent. It is not necessary. We do not need to go down that path. There will be troubling times as we go forward, and we will need answers. And I really believe that the citizens do and can and are smart enough to know what's best for them. We do not need to leave this to a small group only. Let our governments work for us, not send us down a path to hurt one another. You guys have a great day.